Giselle, are you there? This is your old friend Laura. Long time no see.
Huh? Laura? I guess I forgot to block your number, so I'll go ahead and do that now. Bye-bye.
Now, hold your horses there. Are you actually still upset at me for everything that happened 8 years ago? And on an even more serious note, do you still have things going on with your ex-boyfriend that I stole from you back then? Gross, that guy was from all the way back in high school. But I guess those were the best years of your life, huh? That's so sad to think about, really.
That's not it at all. I'm just upset still by the fact that you stole my ex-boyfriend back in the day, but neither of you told me until senior year when I found out he left me for you. So why would I have any interest in that guy after what you both did to me?
Oh, right. Well, whatever then, I guess. And anyway, right now, what I've come to talk about has nothing to do with that drama.
And what's that?
I heard that you're married now.
And what about that?
Well, it just so happens that something went on at the class reunion from half a year ago.
And? How does the class reunion have anything to do with the fact that I'm married?
Your husband came to that class reunion.
Really?
Well, at the time I heard that the two of you were married while he was there, and I just wanted to let you know that I might have to steal another man from you. And at the time, I wasn't able to find you anywhere at the reunion to tell you. But I guess it's already too late because everything went exactly as I said.
So that class reunion and me being married, what do they have to do with one another?
So I'm saying your husband is now my man to keep.
No, because my husband has never gone to any class reunions.
Huh?
And even if he did, he wasn't even in the same class as us, so he would never have been invited to the event in the first place.
Wait, are you starting to freak out already? I'm sure realizing that I have now stolen 2 men from you in your lifetime is a pretty hard fact to swallow, but come on. You shouldn't lie to me about where he's been.
I'm not lying, though.
All right. Then I guess I'll get all my facts straight and show you that you're lying. I know that at the event, I took your 7 figures a year man and brought him back home with me for the night. So I'm really sorry for stealing your man again.
A salary of 8 figures?
I'd really like it if you guys would hurry up and get divorced, please and thank you.
I'm still confused by who you're talking about right now.
All right, I've already told you everything you need to know. See ya.
Wait a sec.
I'm back again, Giselle. This is the gal that's having a very romantic relationship with your husband.
What?
I can't believe how amazing a man your husband really is. It's already awesome having his income of 8 figures, but the way our love matches each other so well, it must mean we've been destined to be with each other forever. So I think it's about time for you to divorce him and leave for me.
And that's why I said this before. My husband was not in the same class as us. Whoever you're talking about right now has nothing to do with me and is for sure not my husband. Who even is the guy you're on about?
You already know his name, so I'm not going to go through the trouble of saying it for you.
Well, if you don't tell me who he is, then this conversation is going to go nowhere.
Well, if I have to. His name is Arnold. Arnold!
Arnold? I don't really know who that is. Well, I guess there was one guy named Arnold in our class, but to be honest, I can't even remember what his face looked like.
Oh? Are you going to try and act dumb for me now? There's no way a wife would ever be forgetting her husband's name like that.
Well, that's why I'm saying that I don't know who that guy is. My husband does not have that name, okay?
Fine, then why don't you tell me your husband's name then?
Well, even if I tell you, you won't know who he is.
Oh, so you're afraid to tell me. So in other words, your husband is Arnold.
Fine, I'll tell you. My husband's name is Dennis.
Dennis? Really? Dennis?
Yeah, that's my husband's name. And I'm sure you don't know who he is, right?
Hold on. I think I see what you're doing here.
And what do you think I'm trying?
I get it. I'll play along and believe you. Man, this is so crazy after all.
Laura.
Well, if you're just going to keep playing dumb and lying to me, I'll have to change my tactics and find a different way to get him out of your hands.
Tactics?
Well, I'm going to get going now. See you again. I'm back again, Giselle. I finally come to tell you that this is my last time saying this, but your husband is all mine. I know that last time I asked you for your husband's name, right? And I know that I didn't make any mistakes about who he really is. Well, it did take me a little time to do my research, but I even found out that he will be making $10.2 million this year. So you really must be pretty afraid of letting go of him now, huh?
A salary of $10.2 million next year? I'm still a little lost on who you're talking about this time. Arnold?
Really? Well, because you told me the name of your husband, I actually left that Arnold guy and came after Dennis instead.
No, my husband does not make that kind of money in a year.
Wait, are you saying he makes even more than that? Awesome, that's even better for me.
That's really not what I meant by that.
Arnold was a great guy and all, but his older brother Danny bringing in so much more money makes him way better.
Danny?
I made sure to change my target to him so that I'd be stealing your husband.
Well, that guy is also not my husband.
Excuse me?
Well, my husband is from Maine, and he has no brothers, and his name is Dennis.
What?
So I think you misheard me or something and took that for Danny.
Huh?
I guess I should have been a bit more forward that his name was just Dennis and it wasn't just a nickname.
Wait, huh?
And because of the way you've been mistaking these men for my husband, I had to ask a high school friend about all of this. That Arnold guy's wife is actually Jezebel, and yes, she was going to the same high school as us, but she didn't come there until junior year and wasn't even in our class either.
What? Jezebel?
She just moved back to her hometown 4 years ago and then 2 years later married Arnold.
What?
I'm sure that you've been confused by that too, so I have to ask. Did you really mishear her name and think that you were looking for Giselle instead of Jezebel? Because it's a stretch, but I can see how you got confused by our names. This was all based off what my friend told me, but what do you think? Seems that things are starting to all come together now, huh?
Well, when I heard that Arnold's wife's name started with a G, I thought it was you again.
I see. Well, I know that you didn't ask for me to tell you any of this, but just to be sure, my husband is actually from Maine and has been living in Colorado for a while now. So that's why I was saying there's no way he'd have been invited to a class reunion here in Colorado. And there would definitely be no way that he'd know who you are and you him.
Well, that doesn't matter. I'll start going after Dennis for real now.
What?
Up until now, I've been holding back all this time, and it seems everyone has been making me feel stupid. And after stealing your ex-boyfriend back in the day, I had the drive to come back and steal more from you. If I can't get your husband as my own, then I'll never be satisfied.
Are you a frickin' idiot?
What?
Have you ever heard of the words court and settlement?
What? Why are you bringing that all up?
Well, the two guys that you've been messing with, Arnold and Danny, well, both of them have wives right now.
And so what? I don't care. It's not my fault that I'm the most sexy and amazing girl around that is able to get any guy she wants to like her and sleep with her.
But that has nothing to do with what I'm saying.
What?
Even if you are able to get either Danny or Arnold to be with you, it doesn't change the fact that you go around stealing different men from their wives, but you are the worst of the worst when it comes to women. I mean, you even just bragged about sleeping around with different men that you stole away from their family.
And?
Well, I'm just saying that you are worse than a woman, even worse than most witches and crap.
What are you getting at?
I think you're in the position to receive a whole lot of complaints from a lot of women, and soon to follow a whole lot of settlements that you'll have to pay up. Listen, what you've been doing recently has been a whole lot of really bad crap.
Huh?
And what's even worse is both of those men were mistakes while you were trying to find my husband. You really are a dunce, Laura, and that's really all you are.
What's this all about? You're just pissed because the girl that stole your man years ago is back for more and you can't stop her.
I told you before that I am not upset about you having the ability to take other people's partners, especially over the stuff that happened then. I'm more just troubled by the fact that you think this is all okay, and now you're going after married couples like that's the same as just stealing an unmarried couple's man.
You need to shut up a little. All this talk about me being in the wrong is really going to rile me up.
Are you serious? I just told you all of these things, and yet you still don't see how deep of a hole you dug yourself in?
Me? I'm in no hole.
You literally just had an affair with 2 married men. If their wives find out, you will be screwed by a lot of settlements. You have to understand that that's not a good thing, right?
Oh, I see. Well, those 2 wealthy men will already be there ready to pay for whatever I owe.
No, I don't think so. I think that those 2 have already lost their jobs and the money they said they'd be making.
Huh? They were fired?
Well, I heard that both Danny and Arnold were working for Jezebel's father's company. But he will find out about the 2 of them cheating with you, so...
He will?
Yeah, well, he already has, actually. I told you that I'd be telling all of them about this, didn't I? Well, I told both of their wives just a second ago while we've been texting.
You're kidding.
And we even started talking about how the 2 of them were about to open their businesses linked to the company the dad owns. But since you were so focused on trying to steal my husband, you didn't stop to think about the harm that all of your stupid games caused for everyone.
Stupid games?
I guess it was also those husbands' fault as well for going out with you, so maybe this was all just a little too unstable to begin with, their relationships. But maybe they'll come to marry you after having lost everything. But that would mean you'd have to choose between one or the other.
Right now, I'm coming over to your house.
Huh? Right now?
You told me that your husband Dennis isn't from here, right? That'll be even better than either of those 2 jobless losers. So I'm coming over to your place right now to steal that man of yours. So tell me your address.
Do you need to go see a doctor or something? I swear there is seriously something wrong with your brain right now.
What?
Well, even if you did have my address somehow, I'm not even in the U.S. at the moment. About a year ago, Dennis had finished his business agreement working for a company over here in Colorado. But since that ended, we both moved back over to his parents' hometown in Poland.
Poland?
And so now that you'll be all caught up in the court system trying to pay off all of those soon-to-be-made settlements, I doubt you'll have the time or money to make your way over here.
How much will those settlements be, you think?
Well, at least over 100,000 total, and that's if they go easy on you.
100,000?
Did you seriously not think about how much people can ask for when going against the person that ruined their relationship?
I just thought 300 to 400 or so.
Man, you were way off, huh?
Well,
this is all what you asked for by going after 2 brothers that worked together under the company of their wife's husband.
But then they shouldn't need this kind of money from me, and I don't have nearly enough.
Well, that's not going to be my problem now, is it? And to think you were so confident in your skills of being able to steal other women's husbands that this simple punishment for those crimes went right over your head. But soon you'll understand just how many people you hurt and what has been coming for you for a long time now. So following that intense conversation I had with Laura, the one where she arrogantly laughed off everything like she was invincible, things began to fall apart for her faster than she could have ever imagined. Not long after, she got hit with some unexpected messages from the 2 brothers she'd tangled with, and it wasn't pretty. They told her straight out that she'd ruined their lives, their marriages, and that their wives were preparing to go after her with everything they had. No more games, no more whispered secrets. This was real now. The gloves were off. She started receiving multiple legal notices, one after another, all threatening court action. Eventually, things got formal. The settlements being requested were sky high, and from what I heard, her jaw dropped when she realized how serious the whole mess had become. But of course, the story doesn't just stop there. Oh no, it gets even messier. Turns out Laura's antics stretched far beyond just the 2 brothers. During the legal proceedings, more women began to come forward. One after another, they shared their own stories, each naming Laura as the woman who had torn their marriages apart. In total, there were 3 more men she had secretly been involved with, all of whom were already married. By then, it wasn't just a scandal, it was a wildfire. The media caught wind of the pattern, and soon it was all over the news. Her face was plastered on headlines like "Serial Mistress Destroys Families," and suddenly the world knew exactly what kind of person Laura really was. When I saw those reports, I was stunned. Honestly, I hadn't even imagined that she'd done this more than once. To think that she'd made a whole habit of chasing after married men, wrecking homes like it was a game, and all while acting like some sort of superior woman. It's hard to even wrap your head around. It's not just wrong, it's something deeply broken. In the end, the financial toll on her was massive. Between all the lawsuits and settlements, she was buried in legal fees and court-ordered payments. From what I understand, she's now drowning in debt, and it's not the kind of hole you crawl out of easily. Some might say she'll never recover from it. A part of me feels almost sorry for her, but then I remember how cruel and smug she was when she bragged to me about stealing my husband, laughing like she'd won some prize. Even now, when I look back on the way she gloated about everything, I still can't fully understand what was going through her head. What kind of person thinks destroying families is fun? What kind of woman enjoys hurting others just to boost her ego? Maybe she thought it made her powerful. Maybe she thought no one would catch on. But reality hit her like a truck, and now she's paying the price.
Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.